So, you're thinking about making a move to Wasaga Beach and you're not sure what neighborhood would be the perfect fit for you? Well, in today's video, we are going to showcase all the neighborhoods that you could possibly live in Wasaga Beach. We are going to go from the west end of town all the way over to the east end of town, and we are going to check out everything in between so you can decide which neighborhood would be just the right fit for you and your family. So, let's hit the road and check it out. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything about living with Wasaga Beach, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, then hit that subscribe button and you can be the first to hear about everything Wasaga Beach. My name is Eryn Hilliard, and I get calls and emails every week from people looking to make the move to Wasaga Beach. So whether you're looking to move in 12 days or 120 days, please feel free to shoot me a text, an email, or a call, and I'd love to help you make a smooth move to Wasaga Beach. All right, so the first area we are going to is called Bluewater by the bay. So as you can guess, it is by the bay. It is right on the bay for some of the houses. So this development was done by Berkeley Homes. So it's a waterfront enclave of single-family homes. They are roughly on 50-foot lots, and you are located, we're just in between, so we're on the very west end, so we're just in between Wasaga Beach and Collingwood. So it makes it a really great spot if you want to scoot out and you can go, say, to the superstore in Wasaga Beach and go shopping, or you can be like, hey, I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to go shopping in Collingwood. I mean, you're almost going to be the same distance, so it's great for people that like to enjoy both towns. So in here, when it was originally built, it was 115 detached homes. Obviously all new models are sold out, but there's always some resales in here. So as you can see, they're mostly raised bungalows with 2-car garages. And these homes in here range from about 1,220 square feet to about almost 3,400 square feet. So some really good size houses. The thing in here, the driveways are not that big. If you have more than 2 cars in your family, chances are you're not going to fit in these driveways. I'm about to go over a very large speed bump, so hang tight. In the driveway, like it just fits in the driveway. I would say this area mostly is retired people, but there's younger families in here, but I would say the majority is retired. So the homes on my right hand side right now are all right on the water. I'm just going to change my camera here. So right here we have the clubhouse, and I don't know if you can see there, but there's a gazebo on the water. So this is a pretty cool little clubhouse. It also includes a lounge with a fireplace, a wet bar, there's indoor change rooms with a sauna, there's a party room terrace, outdoor pool, hot tub, patio, gazebo, and there's also a kids play area. So pretty cool clubhouse if you live in here. So these are detached homes, but you are going to have the fees for the clubhouse and the snow plowing here in the winter, and they're roughly, I believe right now, it's about $289 a month. So you also have a mix of, like I said, retirees, younger families, a lot of full-time people in here, but there are people that this is considered their cottage, so they may just be up here on weekends. Or certain weeks in the summer or the winter, depending if they're summer people or maybe they like to enjoy Blue Mountain. So we're just coming back around to where the clubhouse was again. So the homes in here right now, this is June of 2025. So right now these homes are going for between $1 million and $2 million. The $2 million ones, up to $2 million ones, is you're going to be on the waterfront. So you're going to have direct access to Georgian Bay. So coming up right here, this one is for sale, 61 Waterview. This one is listed for $1.6 million. It is 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It is over 4,000 square feet, and that is $1.6 million, and you are directly on the water. So one thing just remember with Waterfront, your taxes are going to be a lot higher. So the taxes on this one are $8,800 per year. So pretty steep. It is a awesome little community. So that is what $1.6 million gets you. I can show you what 1 million gets you. So this one here, that one there is listed for 1 million, and it is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath home. It's in between 1,500 and 2,000 square feet. Again, you have your same fees, $289 a month, and that one the taxes are $4,900 a year. So cheaper. You're not on the water side. We're on the inner side, so a lot cheaper, almost half, little less than half for taxes. Again, you can see as I'm going past here where the mailboxes are, there is also visitor parking. So like I said, the driveways are small, but if you do have friends over, there is a few spots where there is visitor parking. So you can still throw a party and have some friends over. So this is, oh, sorry, another speed bump. So this is Bluewater on the bay. Awesome little collection of homes if you're looking for a waterfront community with the amenities of a clubhouse. So now we are going to start heading east, and we are going to check out the next neighborhood. So now we are headed into Wasaga Sands Estates. So Wasaga Sands Estates sort of has 3 different areas. I'll just call this the OG of Wasaga Sands, the original Wasaga Sands, and we'll go to the other 2 next. Wasaga Sands is a prestigious community. It's known for its spacious estate-sized lots, as you can see as we're driving past. So we're located right off of 45th and Mosley, and close to 26. So this area is, like I said, nice estate-sized lots, well-established trees, and just a lot of natural beauty around here. A lot of these homes did back onto former Wasaga Sands golf course. That is a whole nother story that we'll get into in another video, but the golf course is no longer. Still looks like it's there, but it will end up being homes, not fully approved. A lot of backlash, people fighting it. Anyway, so some of these homes that were backing onto the course obviously paid a premium. Down the road, they're probably not going to be backing onto a golf course. So most of the homes in this first phase of Wasaga Sands were built between 1992 and 95. So most of them you are going to be on town water, and a lot of them you are going to be on septic. So some people maybe moving to the area, maybe moving from the city, have never been on septic. It's nothing to be afraid of if you've never had it. It's just something to be aware of when you're looking in here. Make sure you ask if you are on town sewers or if you are on the street we're turning onto now is Deanna. These homes are a bit newer. These homes are, a lot of them are 2000 to 2020. There's some that just finished like last year. There is still a couple empty lots on this road. Possibly you could buy a lot and build your own custom home here. The other thing about Wasaga Sands is a lot of them, it's not like one developer came in here and that's cookie cutter. Like Wasaga Sands, every house looks really different. There's 2 stories, there's bungalows, there's raised bungalows. There's like a colonial one here on my left, I think. I don't know if you were able to see it in there, but there's ranch bungalows. There's just a huge mix of houses, which I feel makes it a really nice place to live when, you know, maybe you come home after a few drinks and you go to the wrong house because they all look the same. You're not going to get that here. So coming up here on the left is Arnell Park. So this is our tobogganing hill. It'll be packed in the winter. I know, it's not huge. It's all we got. Don't make fun of us. But Arnell Park, tobogganing. They've updated that park recently, within the last couple of years. I'm not exactly sure, it might even be a year ago. So a new park. And if your kids go to public school here, elementary school, sorry, that is where they do a lot of the track and field events. So one day they'll go to track and field. If you're at Worsley, you just walk right over there. And that's where they have their track and field events. It's always a fun day for the kiddies. So in Wasaga Sands, these homes are gonna run you. There's a few exceptions, but I mean, they're gonna run you probably $850 to like. There are a couple that have been up to like 1.7. That's a little bit out of the norm. I would say like the original Wasaga Sands, you're gonna be like $850 to 1.2, to be safe. But again, as you can see, big lots, big driveways. So if you do have older kids, everybody drives. Like me, you have teenagers, they all have cars. A lot of these driveways are going to fit minimum 4. I mean, some of them go up to 8, 10 cars you could probably fit in the driveway. And now I'm just coming out the back end of Wasaga Sands, and I'm coming out onto Sunnydale Road. So you have 2 access points opposite. Well, there's more than 2, but the 2 main arteries. So I'm coming off Sunnydale. So if you're coming from the Barry Way, you would just turn in this entrance before you even make it into the heart of Wasaga Beach, and you are home. So now we are going to check out Wasaga Sands number 2. And here we have Wasaga Sands number 2, we'll call it. So most of these homes were built from 1996 to 1999. There will be some that are the same model in here, but again, a lot of very different ones going down the street. They're not all cookie cutter. Here we are estate-sized lots, just like the other 2 Wasaga Sands. Most of the lots in here, you're going to be 80 to 100 feet wide and 250 to 300 feet. So the ones here on the left-hand side that we're passing, so these are ones that backed right up onto the old Wasaga Sands golf course that is no longer in operation. So assuming at some point these will back onto some sort of type of home. So I just turned off of Lamont onto Club Court, and as you can see, this is the entrance to what would have been the clubhouse for the golf course. We also do have the tennis courts operated by the town of Wasaga Beach. Turn around. But yeah, you can book these tennis courts, and the very last court, these have been resurfaced a couple years ago, and then the very last court still has the older surface, but there is basketball nets there. So usually if you come by here in the summer, they're usually always pretty booked up. Looks like 4 people playing right now. So there's 2 courts side by side with the new surface, and then the third older one, which is mostly used for basketball. That is at the end of Club Court Drive. So back onto Club Court again. So most of the houses in here, you are going to be on town water, and again, you are going to be on septic. Mostly 2 to 3 car garage in here, and you'll have a mix of all brick, brick front, vinyl siding, and some all siding. And there's a few stucco ones in here, but they're mostly a combination of brick and vinyl. So here on the right is what would have been one of the holes. So you can see like they're still kept in decent condition, but not operational. So I am turning onto Martin Drive right now. This is one of, in my opinion, the nicest streets in Wasaga Beach. A very sought after location. A lot larger homes here than say maybe on Lamont where we just were, and Club Court. These all have very large lots, so you're going to be like at least 80 to 100 and probably 300 feet deep in here. Just beautiful tall trees in here. Like everybody takes really good care of their lawns, like in-ground sprinklers, beautiful gardens. These homes on the left again did back onto the golf course, and then the inner ones on the right hand side do not back onto the former course. Very quiet street. In here again is a mix of retired, young family, and high school age. So in here you're roughly going to run from 850,000 to 1.5 million. So the ones for 1.5, a lot of those may be on Martin. Some of the larger ones, like over 3,000 square feet, probably at least 4 bedroom, 3 bath. And they've been updated or modernized from when they were first built. So a lot of them in here, because they have been built in 1996, 1999, they have been updated. So new kitchens, new baths, new flooring, etc. But all good, solid homes, and maybe just needed updating on the inside. So that is our little tour of Wasaga Sands number 2. Off to the next one. All right, so now we are headed into Wasaga Sands number 3, we'll call it. This is directly off of Sunnydale Road, like the OG Wasaga Sands was. This one only has one entrance, in and out, and that's directly off of Sunnydale Road, sorry. And we are almost to Sunnydale Corners. So this subdivision makes a great commuter location. A lot of people are headed to Barrie, Toronto that work here, so you're a quick maybe 2 minutes to get to Highway 26, and then off you go. So these ones are a lot bigger homes than most of them, a lot bigger homes than the original Wasaga Sands and second Wasaga Sands. These ones range from 1.1 million to 2 million. There's one down here at the end right now that is listed, that's the highest one in here. It is listed for 1.8 million, and it is a 6-bed 2-bath home, and the taxes are $8,900 on it. So most of the lots in here are going to range from half an acre to the biggest one, I believe, being about 1.4 acres. A lot of them, again, raised bungalows, and most of them are 2-car and 3-car garage. I don't think there's any single-car garage in here. A lot of them are 3-car garage. And again, you're going to have the very large, as you can see, very large driveways. You're going to fit, most of them you're fitting 6, 8, 10 cars. Again, great for larger families. Maybe if you have lots of shindigs and get-togethers, then you are set for parking. So again, on here, you're going to be on town water, and you are going to be septics. And these ones were built roughly, the first phase I believe was 2006, 2008, and then you have some 2010 to 2013 ones. Some of the ones of 2006 maybe now have been updated, maybe modernized a little bit, but again, they're not that old where any of these are being torn down or anything. These are going to be here for a long time. Sorry, I lied about the 2 entrances. There are 2 entrances into the subdivision, but they bring you out onto the same road. They both bring you out onto Sunnydale, but there is 2 ways to get into it. You just have to come back out onto Sunnydale. And off of this road here, which we're still in the subdivision, is Lighthouse Church. So it is right in front of the subdivision. So obviously there is church here. There's also events here, meetings here, that sort of thing. So again, this area, there are some models that are the same, so you'll see the same one a couple times. Not as unique as the original Wasaga Sands, but a lot of very different ones you can drive through. There's no 2 exact same side by side. A lot of them are all brick or stucco, and you do have some siding ones. But a lot of full-grown trees. People take really good care of their homes in here. There's a lot of landscaping. In here, it's definitely a mix, I'd say, compared to Bluewater when we first started out today. A lot of retired people were there. Here, yes, there's retired people, but there's lots of young families in here as well. A lot of high school age kid families in here, and people with little kids as well are in here. So there's quite the mix of families in here. So that is Wasaga Sands number 3, and we're going to head out to our next neighborhood, see what we can find. So here we have entered Pine Valley Estates. So there's Pine Valley Estates and Ann Arbor back in here. It's kind of, when you're driving through here, you can't really distinguish one between the other. But we are on Meadowlark right now, which is kind of the main artery through here. So we're located right off of 45th Street again and Knox Road. So we're sort of tucked right in behind the Superstore and near the Recplex. So this is an ideal location for people with kids or active, where you enjoy, walking over to the Recplex. So this community was established in late 1990s and early 2000. It predominantly features 2 bedrooms on the main floor and double car garages, as you can see driving by. A little more cookie cutter in here than what we've seen in Wasaga Sands and Bluewater. So a lot of the same models repeated. Obviously different exterior, different color brick, but they're mostly going to be brick fronts and vinyl siding on the side. There are a few all brick ones, and there's a few like a brick stucco combination. So these are, like I said, walking distance across the road. You'll find the Recplex. You can walk to the Superstore. You could walk to Beach Area 5. And you could walk to, how about I just show you? You could walk to Worsley Elementary School. So again, great if you have elementary age children. And there is a lot of them in this neighborhood. It is definitely a mix of retirees and people with young families. This is where Cardinal Way turns into 40th Street South. And Worsley Elementary School is located in between 40th and 39th Street. We are almost at pickup time, so there's going to start to be cars on the road, but this is Worsley Elementary. Cute little school. It's where my kids went to school. All right, so we are back into the neighborhood. I just did a little turnaround after looking at the school. So there is a lot of access points to the trails that go through Wasaga Beach, through this subdivision. So you can see up here on the left, there is access to the trail. So that would be the Carly Trail, I believe. So there's a lot of different access points through this subdivision where you can jump onto this trail. So again, that's really great. Walking, biking, hiking, taking the dog for a walk. Just quick jaunt over and jump on the trails. Again, most of the homes here are neatly kept, some landscaping done. Most of these will be raised bungalows. So you're going to have 2 bedrooms on the main, and then whether people have finished the basements or not, 1 to 2 bedrooms in the basement. So there's different access points into this subdivision. You can access it off of Knox Road West, and you can access it off of the main road of Mosley Street, sorry. And these homes range from 1,000 square feet to about 1,600 square feet. I would say the average ones in here are about 1,100 to 1,200 square feet. And that'll give you the 2 bedrooms up, 1 bedroom down, and 2 to 3 baths. In here, the prices are going to range from, right now, as of June 2025, they're ranging from about $740,000 to $950,000. So that'll just be based on square footage and what's been done to it. The one for $740,000 right now is a 2 bedroom up, 1 down, 2 bath with a 2-car garage, and it's in the 900 to 1,100 square foot range. And the one right now that's listed for $949,000 is 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 2-car garage, but it's bigger. It's in the 2,000 to 2,500 range. So that's where you get the increase of price. So that was our little tour of Ann Arbor and Pine Valley. Next, we are going to head to Silver Birch. I will see you there. We have now arrived in Silver Birch Estates. So this is a well-established neighborhood in Wasaga Beach. These homes were built approximately late 1990s to early 2000s. So Silver Birch Estates is, I am on Silver Birch Avenue right now, and essentially this is a big horseshoe-shaped road, very long, and it has crescents and cul-de-sacs going off of this road, and that makes up Silver Birch Estates. So in here, you are going to be on town water and town sewer, so you're not going to have septic systems to worry about in here, no wells, anything like that. Very well-established trees. So the road I'm turning on to now is Bush Crescent. Again, this is a very sought-after road in Wasaga Beach. There's some nice homes on it. So on the right-hand side, so this all backs onto forest. So there's nothing behind you. So being on this side of the street, very desirable. Again, very nice landscaping is usually done in here. And these are mostly raised bungalows again. I mean, let's be real, that's pretty much what Wasaga Beach is. Raised bungalows, 2 to 3 bedrooms on the main, 2 to 3 baths. And they are a lot of brick. Some all brick, some brick front, vinyl siding makes up the majority of them. So here we are still on Bush Crescent, and this runs right off of Silver Birch. So just a nice quiet street, sort of being one street off of Silver Birch. You really wouldn't come onto this crescent unless you lived on it. So again, it makes it a little bit more desirable. And that's just a little loop, and it brings us back. This is Silver Sands, again, just a little crescent off of Silver Birch. Again, in here, you're going to have a mix of retired people. There's a lot of young families in here, kids with teenagers. So the homes in here range from about $699 to $975. As you can see up here on the left, that's actually one that I just sold this month, June 2025. That one sold for $705. The one next door to it, I sold that one as well. That was about September, October of last year. That one sold for $730. There's one across the road, sold last year as well for $740. So a lot of those homes right on Silver Birch in the past 6 months have gone in the $700 to $750 range. So this is like central Wasaga Beach. So you're close to, if you want to get to the end of Silver Birch here, you'll come to River Road. If you turn left, that'll bring you to the McDonald's, the Superstore end that way. And if you turn right, that'll bring you to the Walmart end. So again, central Wasaga. If you want to go right, go shopping at Foodland, or if you want to go left, go shopping at Superstore. You have options. The nice thing with Silver Birch is there's 2 entrances off of River Road, and they've just recently installed lights at the one entrance. So sometimes you can sit there for a while on a busy summer day, if you're trying to pull out and go left, you can sit there for a bit. So it is nice that now you have the option. Just go to the one entrance of Silver Birch that has the lights, and now you have an easy and safe way of getting off of Silver Birch. So now I'm sort of leaving Silver Birch. I'm on Caribou, and I'm heading over to our next neighborhood, which is Blueberry Trails. So Blueberry Trails was built approximately the same time, late 1990s to early 2000s. Again, quite the mix. There's retirees. I'd say there's a lot more maybe younger families to teenage age families in here. Some of them are a bit cookie cutter, but again, every one is a little bit different style brick, different color siding. And these are mostly all single family detached homes. And some of them vary, as you can see with, some of them you can fit 4 cars, but some of them have fairly decent driveways where you could fit 6 or 8 cars in the driveway. We have the brick front, vinyl siding. There's some all siding ones in here. So the Blueberry Trails subdivision is located directly across from, I'll let you guess, Blueberry Trails. So in here is Blueberry Trails, which is over 30 kilometers of trails. And this right here is the Blueberry Trails, the Nordic Center. So in the wintertime, this is a really busy, big spot for snowshoeing and cross-country skiing. 30 kilometers of groomed trails, so skiers of all levels are here. There's expert skiers and beginners, depending on different trails that you can take. And they also do, for the kids' school, when they do some of their 5K races and stuff, they will come here and do them throughout the trails. So it's really nice back there. It's a great place in the summertime. Go walk back there, take the dog for a walk, and in the wintertime, fully groomed and lots of stuff to do there. And in the winter, they have all your equipment rentals. There's refreshments, there's warm-up shelters in there. And so there's stuff to do in the summer and in the winter. You'll see a lot of things like deer and things like that back there. So for the skiing, it is open December to March, obviously weather permitting, from 9 a.m. till 5. And there's passes that you can get for like the ski season. I think for adults, it's like $150 for the season. And then kids are $60 for the season. So now we are just turning back on to Blueberry Trail. And then this is just the other end of Caribou Trail where we first turned onto. So in here, the houses are going to range from 1,000 square feet to approximately 1,600 square feet. And your price point in here is going to be about 800 to 900,000. And again, depending on obviously some of the older ones built in late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, that's 25 years now already. So some of them have, updated kitchens, updated baths, updated flooring. They've modernized it a little bit. So with those ones, you're going to pay a little bit more. So Silver Birch and Blueberry Trails, great options if you want to be central Wasaga. Maybe sometimes you head to Collingwood Way, sometimes you head out east more towards Tiny, towards Elmville. You can scoot out that way too and get to Barrie. So this is a good option if you don't want to be at one end of town or the other, Silver Birch or Blueberry Trails. All right, now we are going to head further east and check out our next neighborhood. Well, we have seen a lot of great neighborhood options in Wasaga Beach, and we have a lot more to go. So make sure you check out part 2 of this video to see all the other amazing neighborhoods in Wasaga Beach.